I was thinking if I did something weird like that, people would watch. But, hello. Playing RuneScape tonight on this glorious Friday night. Holding it sucks. Oh no. What have I done? This is my prize child now. It took me all of 10 minutes to whip up. Pretty proud of it. Scene is ridiculously bright. I need to learn to talk more. I'm so dreading all these agility levels, but if I don't do it, never gonna happen. Oh shit. Right. Oh man, my stick might have expired. It did. Oh no, it didn't. Sweet. I think I was testing the limits of my camera. I don't play like this. It was like so far out. Realistically, these are the last 5 agility levels I may ever get. I don't know if I want to. 99 agility, that's pretty crazy. I guess doing like an hour of agility every day over the course of a year would probably... Well, Oh, yes. Of course, it'd be a lot nicer if you could just click that stone, but unfortunately, oh, you have to be pretty close to it. Oh, I didn't get my frickin' stick, mate. Two sticks just sitting there. Actually, a really sad thing to see. It's like several hundred agility XP just wasted because of an oversight.
There's a fancy hotel waiting in South San Gabriel, where the movie madams sunbathe, the playboys parasail. And I know you think
I have WASD camera enabled, but I never really use it.
so I'll meet you there tomorrow if I can have you to myself. Inside the time I tried to occupy away since you've been away. It's hard, the plans are stalled, I'm calling cards, I can't see your poker face. Well, your voice is sounding so brave. Our Lady Guadalupe in plaster on the wall. Joseph Smith saw Jesus in America. Well, I don't know much.
Oh, stick boy, come on.
It doesn't matter much at all. Just keep your head down, lady, as you travel.
Guy reminds me of Kill Bill for some reason. It's definitely the jumpsuit.
Seem distracted by the color of the sky as a copper wire sunset plays a lullaby. It's just to know they've stolen.
I feel like I shouldn't be looking down at my monitor. I saw this with Forsen today. He's talking about his posture. What the hell? This arm goes significantly higher than the other. It's a bit better. That was hilarious. Come on.
But you're down below the border with a nightmare in between. So I'm sending the coyote to bring you back to me. Yes, I'm sending the coyote to bring you back to me.
Let's get away from the Connor Oberst.
It's dark and it's cold, but you're still lovely, and I'm getting old and more untrusting. Take me for a ride, I won't let you down, baby. I'll be right at your side, even though you're crazy.
No. This actually wasn't even the album I was trying to listen to, but it was pretty good.
Can we reprogram ourselves for love? Can we reprogram ourselves for loving? Can we reprogram ourselves for life? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. I don't What am I supposed to do? Someone please just tell me. It's too natural to make mistakes. Things are just so complicated, I don't know where to start. What am I supposed to do? Someone please just tell me.
Yes, and now I'm clicking on this rock, 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 and this rock. Yes. Indeed. Indeed, yes. I'm trying to talk more, but I realize I don't think that much. Just enjoy it. The music. Okay, so the last 3 times I've tried to use this ring, I've teleported myself out of here. Luckily I didn't do it that time. Almost halfway through this level. Pretty good. It's taking me all day, but I just haven't really been consistent with it. Me and this other lost soul here. Country song. Actually very fitting for the sorrow we're both going through. I think this thing looks like the werewolf bane dagger thing you get. We'll have to look at it in the bank, but every time I see that, it's what I think of. It's like a three-pronged dagger. Oh, my mic might be a bit loud. I'm screaming into it. Oh, what up? No! Come on, Quizmaster. I always do Quizmaster. Come on, buddy. I'm awake. I'm awake. Stats? 210 total level. I like that, Hirsch. Alright. Greatest quiz show of all time. Pick the odd one out. Boom. Alright, next question. No! Click too fast. Yes! Alright, one more. Get out of the way, Discord. Boom. Next question. Odd one out. Boom. Winner. Alright, Hirsch, are we going to take the mystery box or are we going to take the 1,000 coins, man? What are we going to take? It's your choice. I'll wait. There's a little bit of a lag between the content coming to you, so you're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for your answer. Mystery box or 1,000 coins? Greatest quiz show in all of RuneScape. Look at this man's face. Are you gonna let him down? What are you gonna pick? This man has a receding hairline. It's in Detroit. That's how far back it is. Mystery man. Boom! Steel plate body, what up? Exactly what we need for doing agility. Good choice. Or an iron plate body. There's a T-bone there. Oof. How long have you been playing, my man? RuneScape in general, so I could say the old days of RS3. Oh, I didn't get a stick, but I got a plate body. So we're working towards 85 agility right now, halfway to 81. Once we get that, we'll have all the requirements for the Elite Diaries. Nice, man. I'm in a similar boat. Played as a kid when it was like actually 2007. Was terrible at it. Still, I don't know. It's fun no matter how good or bad you are at it, or whatever you're doing on it. You could be doing agility, you could be raiding, you know, bossing. It's still just the same amount of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually thinking of doing both because I'm not affiliated with Twitch. Like I don't have that status, and I heard that's like the cutoff point. Like if you don't have it, like you're free to do whatever. So I was thinking about doing both. I kind of had done Twitch for about the past year. I don't know. It just didn't really gain. I guess it was pretty good. I didn't expect much from it in the first place, but I've always like been a YouTube person. Even at, like right when it came out, I was on YouTube as a kid. Fuck, this is a long answer for a short question. I don't know. I just like YouTube more. I feel like the VODs after are like an upload that people can always go back to. So in regards to that, like I feel like I can pump out a lot more content on YouTube with a bunch of different games. As compared to Twitch, I feel like I'd just mainly be streaming, and then like I'd have to go back and like download those VODs. But on YouTube, it's like I'll record a bunch of stuff for certain games, and I like that. I like recording and editing, which I didn't do a lot of on Twitch, which I could always find a balance. There's always, I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. I'm just trying out YouTube right now, really. I do have a Twitch, it's Earth Dweller, and like as I said, like I didn't expect much from it, but I'm proud of like what I did. I think it's near 100 followers, which like I thought 100 followers on Twitch was like, okay, that's cool. Like if 100 people come and like look at my content and they follow, I think that's pretty cool. And it does seem like a wholesome way to play games. Like you're just sitting there and like someone will come and just talk and chat, and I like that. There's not a lot of that on YouTube yet. You know, I just met you, so one person. I know they're out there. Damn, dude, you have some old ass RuneScape videos. Mad respect. I can learn a thing or two from you. Thanks, man. Honestly, I don't talk that much on stream. I'm trying to open up more. Yeah, man, like that looks good. It looks like you had a solid formula down. All it is networking, really. I've been finding like. $1,300 subs, that's pretty good, man. Like that's, if I had to, I would like actually just lose my mind. And that's probably that, you probably worked for that shit. Like that probably took you. Alright, man. Oh, you're all maxed out too. I'll really have to take some time to go through your stuff. You have a ton, man. I like the Black Ops 4 beta, but when it came time to release, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I was over it. I was playing Ark Survival Evolved a lot, so I think that kind of just like took most of my attention. But that beta, man. Beta was incredible. I played that like non-stop. That's cool. You made Slayer guides, eh? You probably had some like spikes. I wonder if you did. From like, cause like nowadays Slayer's a big deal. I remember like back when I played in like, you know, 2009, 2008, all those years. I never touched Slayer because I just didn't understand it. I thought woodcutting was fun. I thought just woodcutting and fishing was like the coolest thing, and mining. At least Spirit Shield, that's great. Alright, I gotta drop this steel plate, buddy. It's great, but no, I can't drop it. I can't. But yeah, I was thinking it would be cool to maybe just do. I already have like the account that you can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Just like some websites, restream.io or something. I've been playing a lot of Battlefront 2. I'm like a huge Star Wars fan, so nothing better than some Jedi versus Sith action. Yeah. I've never gotten to League, but I've always respected. Like recently I've been like, man, League's sticked around for a very long time and it has a huge following. It's just like one of those, like I put it to akin to like World of Warcraft. Like those are the classic like games that really changed gaming, I think. And it's cool that streamers are able to, like, it's cool that streaming is a thing and is becoming more of a thing, because, you know, like, the world needs people that are just storytellers, or, like, artists, poets, like, just, and live streamers. Like, people need to be entertained, and people need that, like, social connection they can get from, you know, interacting with someone who plays the same game as them. Sometimes, like, you just don't meet people who play the same games as you. It's a good connection, and it's something that's, like, only this modern age would really have, I guess. Like, could happen in this modern age. Oh, yeah. I have trees on my arm and mountains. It's like a half sleeve. I do a lot of virtual reality streams too, which I think is really fun. VR in itself is just completely mind-blowing. I was thinking about it. It's like black and white right now. The mountains are gray ink. So I was thinking like it'd be cool to like work in like it going up into space, like clouds going into like spacious looking, like, yeah, you know, like nebulas and galaxies and shit, but like slowly going from black and white to gray to like slight color to like full like you know, like bright nebulas. In the summer I'm a tree planter in Canada. That's what I've just been doing the last like 4 summers. I haven't really found like a job for a career anyway. Like it makes good money, so you can make like a bunch of money really quick, and then I'm just like I could just kind of sit on that money for a bit and then get a job, like, you know, or pretty soon is the time I get a job, like January, February, and then I go back tree planting in April. So it's like I work spring to fall, and then I take fall to winter off. Work non-stop though. It's really good money, but it's very like intense labor. Sleeping in a tent, you know, no cell service. Like once a week you go into town. Sometimes the shifts could be like 8-9 days, because it's dependent on how many trees we put in the ground. And we usually get about 300,000 trees per like truckload that we have to plant. And it's a 60 crew camp, so that would take us like, you know, like 3 or 4 days to plant 300,000. But they like schedule it so like 1 or 2 arrive, so it's usually like a 6-day work week, a night off after you work that day, and then like a day off, and then it's straight back to work the next day. You make and they're tiny trees. They're only little saplings that are like this big. So you can plant, like, you have bags, special, like they almost look like mailman bags on your hips, and it weighs about 40 pounds, or 40 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds, not 40 pounds, 30 pounds, probably 40 pounds when it's raining and they're super wet though. It's heavy, like it's really heavy, but you know, you got nice bags, like it's a nice harness, it is what it is. And you can plant about, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 trees a day with how small they are, and if it's all you're doing all day, your one task. That's literally your one single task is to plant a tree. It becomes like so quick that you can put a tree in the ground every 3 seconds, and they're 7 feet apart, so I have it just ingrained in my mind, like how far 7 feet apart is on the ground, and I could always put it there. You had to have 93% quality, or every percent of like tree you missed, they would throw plots in your land, and you would have to have 12 trees in a plot. They just do like a chord and do a radius and count how many trees they were, and if you didn't have 9 to 12 trees in there, you would lose quality. Yeah, it was seriously, honestly, like getting 99 farming IRL, and I treated it like RuneScape, because so the first summer I went, I think RuneScape had just come out, or just recently came out, like the year before, and like I had to like shut my brain off, and it was so bad. I was like a poor little, I could probably pull up a video, but it was just so bad. Like I was like a 19-year-old kid. It was like my first time really away from home, and it was like up north Ontario, like so far, close to like Hudson's, like closer to Hudson's Bay than really I'd like to ever be. And I don't even know like what part of the story I was going for, but it was interesting. But yeah, like, okay, I remember it. Like, I would like shut my brain off and pretend like I was playing RuneScape or something, and just like I had this one action to do all day, and you could like got robotic, but it's crazy because the land's just like not prepared, you know? It's just like you're literally just like planting a forest that's been sitting there for however long, you know, hundreds of thousands of years. But then you do plant some prepared stuff that a company has come in and cut down all the trees, and I'll show you. Software designer, eh? Software developer. That's cool. That's honestly, I've never been able to like pinpoint what I really do or what I really want to do, but I want to do something with computers. Like ever since I was a kid, I've liked them. I like built my own computer from scratch, like from parts, when I was like 16, which I was always really proud of that. And I've built all my other computers from then. But the software, I'm good at with the hardware, but the software, I respect you for that, because that is crazy. Okay, so this is the thing that's going to take my job, essentially. So like this is the land I would be planting too. It's just a little tree like that. Right there. See it like move a bit. There's a leaner. That tree sucked. My trees are straight. Oh, look at this though. This right here, that's like the best soil ever. This is called cream. When you see this in your land, you're like, yes. Oh yeah, get that tree in there. Boom, good plant. See, boom, that's a tree right there. That's how big they are. GoPro footage. Yeah, helicopters. When I was in Alberta, we had a helicopter camp. So we were literally just like in the middle of nowhere. We had to fly out with a helicopter at the end. Yeah, you just have a shovel like that. Throw a piece of plastic, like it's biodegradable, like trail flagger. Throw that down so they can see your trees. You're walking through stuff like that all day. Guys got a lot of camera angles for needing to plant trees all. Yeah, those are the bags. Boom. Good tree, lad. Oh yeah, it's raining. It'll do that to you. Inside the zone, make we push the button. Say plant the trees for life and they all grow to oh yeah. I'm almost getting PTSD looking at this. Holy shit. And there's times like this, you know? There's times where it's the end of the day, it's a nice Canadian summer day, it's so hot out. You've been up since 5 a.m., you're done work at 6. You're done work at 6. You know, it's still bright out. Swim. Clean river. You plant a lot of areas that have been affected by forest fires too. Like that log has just been burnt. That's not human work, that's the work of nature. But yeah, like this is a perfect example. They would just be like, alright, so plant from the tree line all the way over down to here. See you in 10 hours at the end of the day. I think I just saw a butt. Bad. Back to agility. So I have like 20 hours of agility to do before I'm at my level. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But now you can see why I'm looking for a desk job now. I want to work with a computer. I need to get out of the forest. I've been a planter for 4 years, but they've offered me a job to be a crew boss this year. But I don't know if I want to do it. I'd probably make less money and have, you know, 90% more responsibility. 99.99% more responsibility. To be real. Oh, I forgot my stick. Yeah. I really should look into it. I just... I don't know. I think too much, you know? I try not to, but I totally... This camera angle's impressive. I was watching a streamer the other day, and I was like, how the hell does he have a complete top-down camera angle of himself? Lo and behold, it's in the rune light settings. Which is, I like it for agility, because usually I'm like, if it's like this, I'll be like, oh shit, I have to do this now. Boom, boom, boom. But this, it's very nice. I think I'm an overthinker, though. I really, IT job would be cool. It's just weird, like in the summer I'm the polar opposite of what I am in the winter. Like I'm a homebody. I love staying in. I can love being able to do what you can do at a computer, the things you can order, like just the entertainment you can see, you know, with live streaming. You can like see, oh, what's going on in Paris right now with this person. Like it's cool. And then in the summer I'm just like not here. I'm totally not on the internet. Like I'm just up north living it. So it's a weird juxtaposition. I see it. I know what you mean. Like if we both hadn't played the games we played, like those characters that we know, like they have had impacts on us, you know, of morality. morality. Like, you see how things play out. Like, I think video games are just like a really cool way of telling a story, and stories have ultimately just been told like since the dawn of time. Modern day story tale. That would be cool though. Just like a low-level job at Steam or at Valve, I mean. Yo, YouTube, hook it up. And you see, like, I don't know, just the money people make off ad revenue for just the most stuff anyone could put together. Crazy. They're just, I think some people just have more money than they ever need. And I would love to, like, just, I don't know, like, if we could get more money into, like, people's hands that are, as I was saying earlier, storytellers, entertainers, just animators, just people like just that, you know, the soul of the world. People who just want to ride horses and teach kids how to ride horses for like just like weird things like that. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta become a doctor if you want to be very successful. Doctors are really great and we totally need them, but I think we need storytellers just as much as we need doctors. Which is, I know that's a very dumb thing to say. Obviously we need doctors, but like, it's not a dumb thing to say, but I just don't want to sound ignorant. Oh, we don't need doctors. People can tell stories. I'm just saying it's important to cherish the small little things in life. Oh, that's awesome. Gotta get on that league team, man. That's your calling. That's been your destiny. Playing league so long. Thanks for coming in and chatting, man. Like, I appreciate this. This is why I stream, just to, like, if not, I wouldn't have said a damn word the past, you know, 49 minutes. I wouldn't have spoken. Nice to talk. That's like kind of my goal for streaming. Just, you know, just put it's me. Conversationalist. I like talking. Playing video games. I have all the time in the world at the moment, so why not? Hey, I literally have nothing better to do than stream, so why not do it? I get to do this. It's pretty cool. I do wonder, like, alternate dimension, you know, internet was never made, electricity never happened, what I would be like, you know? That's what you're saying, like, it changed, it has helped us become the people we are, but, like, imagine you just didn't know, like, any of this, like, it was more of, like, a survival world than this, like, world where we have like the luxury of being able to, you know, not have to hunt for our food every day. It's cool. I just hope we can learn how to sustain it. Is the Earth, like, crazy, the kind of shit we put the Earth through. Not nice. Here, thank you for this wonderful gift of existence. I'm just gonna decimate you. Slapping your mother in the face. Littering is like slapping your mother in the face. Man, took a bath last night. I don't take baths often. I'm a shower man. I have water in my ear. Water in my ear for like 24 hours now. Trying to do some stuff to get it out, but it's a part of me now. But yeah, I have my latency set to highest quality video, so I think there is like a good 10-second delay between what I'm saying and what you're, which is all right. I play like a lot of, well, I'm starting to play more games on stream because I'm on Wi-Fi and my bitrate was suffering, but I had it way too high. And then I thought it didn't look good at the setting it was on, but then I looked back at it and I was like, you know what, that's pretty decent. Roker, I'll add you right now, dude. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you stopping in. I subbed to you. I'm gonna go through, watch your stuff, like your videos. Looking forward to see some more. Hopefully your Modern Warfare gameplay kind of entices me to get that game. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good weekend. Nice, bro. Did I add that wrong? Awesome. My friends list grows. I'm actually excited. Like, it's sad to see a bunch of offlines. I actually went through my list yesterday and like deleted the people that I knew I haven't seen on in like months. Oh yeah, I've made a couple trees proud. Thanks, buddy.
Welcome to Chameleon World Module number 448390999238. Another call will be chosen at random for you. Jerry Piper. We have selected corporeal show called Lucas Nathan. We hope you enjoy your stay in Chameleon World. You will be immersed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Did I press something weird there? Oh, I did.
You said we
Don't take much imagination to see the picture frame. I don't need my concentration to know when I'm in pain. When I lost myself, I lost you by extension. Don't know who would stand to gain. These silly dreams aren't worth a mention, but they keep collecting in my brain. When on the hunt for fame and fortune, picked up the trail just fine. Everywhere I go, the doors fly open, but I won't out once I'm inside. When I break my heart, I know that yours gets broken. I just wish that kept me in line, but I can't live outside the moment. And it keeps leaving me behind. It just keeps leaving me behind. I can't sleep, my mind's a circle. I watch the ceiling fan. I close my eyes and I feel the wind blow. My bed, it turns into a raft. I drift away, it's night, at lake unknown I'm floating. I see it all for what it is. Most anything can be forgiven. With what is left we'll have to live. With what is left we'll have to live.
You are coming. Close. It's very close. That's how close I was. First.
All the old paintings on the tomb, they do the sad dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, oh well, they falling down like a domino. All the boys and men by the Nile, they got the money on a bet.
Keep doing that, but it feels like I'm dabbing. I don't want to dab. Not now, at least. I love that line. Please.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Egyptian.
The blonde waitresses
It's really sad. I had a dream. My dog died 3 weeks ago. And I had a dream last night that me and him were laying on the ground together. It was just really sad. Laying on the floor. But like I didn't know I was dreaming. It was just I had the need to lay there with my dog and pet him. I've just made myself sufficiently sad for the rest of the night.
like an Egyptian.
Yes, I'm still alive. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Okay. Need tea. here. The master I have a cold. This is my cough. I said my water is boiling right now. It's in the boiler. I will resume. Realize I really haven't eaten much.
In this world, we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Baby, I was afraid before.
What I What's it?
Baby, do you know what that's worth?
I got tea, but I didn't fill my water.
Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out of my life, why don't you, babe? 'Cause you don't really love me. You just keep me hanging on.
Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out my life, why don't you, babe? 'Cause you don't really need me, but you keep me hanging on.
Why do you keep coming around, playing with my heart? Why don't you get out of my life and let me make a
That looked like a comically drunk person.
let me get over you?
I don't know if I like this.
Way you've gotten
For me. Oops. Come on. Is it? Of the deal. Gonna be a super big change up from that last.
You clash, you cast your country, set your name or your tribe. There's people always dying, trying to keep them alive. There's bodies decomposing in containers tonight, in an abandoned building where the squatters made a mural of a Mexican girl with 15 cans of spray paint in a chemical swirl. She's standing in the ashes at the end of the world, four winds blowing through her hair. But when great Satan's gone, the whore of Babylon, well, she just can't sustain the pressure where it's placed. She caves. The Bible's blind and Torah's deaf, the Quran's mute. If you burn them all together, you get close to the truth still. They're poring over Sanskrit under Ivy League moons while shadows lengthen in the sun. Cast on a school of meditation built to soften the times and hold us at the center while the spiral unwinds. It's knocking over fences, crossing property lines, for winds cry until it crumbles. Yeah, it's the summer man searching towards Bethlehem. Our heart just can't contain all of that empty space. It breaks. It breaks. It breaks. Well, I went back by renting Cadillac and company jet, like a newly orphaned refugee retracing my steps all the way to Casadega to commune with the dead. They said you'd better look alive. And now soft to old Dakota, where a genocide sleeps in the black hills, the badlands, the callous east. I buried my ballast, I made my peace. The four winds leveling the pines. But when great Satan's gone, the whore of Babylon,
Oh god, I've been rubbing my neck. Forest moon. It's not what I was looking for. Oh yeah. I scratched the shit out of my neck. Not scratched, but like rubbed it or something. It's red. D-Bucks, hello. Welcome. We're doing some agility from a third person perspective. Or a top-down perspective, I mean. Debating actually using Restream or something to do Twitch and RuneScape at the same time. Or YouTube and Twitch. I was impressed. I have it on a very delayed latency, so it's good quality, but it's not good for like immediate talking. I've been trying to talk more. I need to open up and say what's on my mind, but I kind of just get lost in clicking. Yeah, does seem like a, like, you know, there's Twitch primes for RuneScape stuff. Like that's pretty cool. I don't think we'll ever see anything with that YouTube. And it, like, that even helped RuneScape as like a community to grow and get new members. Twitch actually does stuff for games. I thought it was actually interesting that if you like searched YouTube or anything, not man, I'm like mixing up my words so bad. If you search RuneScape on YouTube, I'm just turning the music down, and like it shows you who's live, and I was just so like kind of baffled that so few people were live. So it's like, all right, people search RuneScape all the time. They ought to see this. And I had a guy come in, and we talked for a solid couple minutes. His name is Hirsch. He's a good guy. Makes a lot of sweet RuneScape videos. Did like 6 years ago, which was actually the impressive part. I miss my stick. Yeah. It honestly, it's nice. I haven't really like networked or anything, so it's like, I don't know. I don't really talk that often. Like this is the past few days I've talked like more than I have in months. As I said, I was a tree planter, and that kind of, it's a different life. It's just like there's no internet, you know, you're just with people. And so I go from like that, like having a good community of like, you know, 60 people at the camp that I know and I interact with, to just being like kind of, you know, alone. So it's sweet seeing that there is a community within a game that I play, because it's not often that you run into people that play the same game as you. When you do, you can really connect. And a good example of that is when I was tree planting. This guy who I tree planted with for like 4 years, you do it every summer. We planted for 4 years together, and on our 4th year, I mentioned that I played RuneScape, and he kind of stopped what he was doing, and he just looked at me, and he's like, "Man, I play RuneScape too." And like from that moment, we could just like go and talk about RuneScape for hours. It was insane. And like we like, it's just when you can connect with someone over a game, like it's endless hours of, you know, something to do, to oh, it's just cool. I suck at talking, but show you what tree planting. I showed this to the guy who was in talking to me earlier, and he thought it was really cool. This is when I say tree planting, you're probably like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's probably weird. These are all good. And so a lot of tree planters, they like they'll go on employment insurance, which I'm on right now. Like you just kind of get checks for like you work so much from tree planting that you can go on it. And so a lot of them go to Thailand and just get checks from the Canadian government in Thailand, which is super illegal, shouldn't do. But yeah, they just like live like kings off checks from Canada. So it's like, yeah, like you're just up there. There's no cell service. It's fucking cold every day. You're wearing boots for, it starts in April and it ends August. You can go till October if you want. There's always dogs, and you're just like planting trees, and little tiny trees, mind you. These perfect click. Look at that. Those are the trees. Oh. Yeah, so like me and this guy just did this shit labor job for like so long. I'll turn down my mic, it's at full. And we like just, you know, like some days we just wouldn't talk. Like it gets to that point where it's just, you know, like imagine if, you know, like a bunch of live streamers literally had to live within, you know, the same like compound for 60 days or, you know, 120 days, however long your contract is. And like you get to know people, you see them at like their worst and you see them at their best. Like it's a really interesting way to see people. My window was open. And it's like, it's bonds that you form for like life. Like that guy, I just know him really well, and like but then that's what I was saying, like that's why he stopped and like stared at me. He's like, man, for like 4 years we could have talked about RuneScape. And yeah, you're right. And so like once we found out we both played, like it turned into just like non-stop. We drove people crazy talking about it. I could probably find, like, it will take me a second, but I might be able to find my camp's video. No way. There is no way. I don't want to dox her. To the one person. Wow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found it. Okay. Mind you, this is also a bunch of 20-year-olds getting together and working, so these are the people I know. These are the people I've lived with for 4 years, every spring, summer. This video is this year, but I can't find the older ones. The older ones are much funnier. This one is kind of sad. It was a weird year. Ooh. Let's review. Alright, so one, there's a lot of things going on in this. This is called cream. This is very good soil. You can see the mineral soil, the gray mineral soil there. That's what you look for. That was a hand close. He punched it closed. And that's a tree. That's a good tree. And so you do that every 7 feet, or yeah, every 7 feet in just like a hectare of land, which is like a crazy amount of land. And it just all looks like that. That's all you see for... I think the guy who plays RuneScape is in this video. I've made some tea and I think it's at the perfect temperature right now. The mosquitoes eat you alive. I actually...
Why did I come planting?
This girl is a degenerate, just so you know.
Sex. And beer. That's great.
She's not a degenerate, I'm joking.
Keep going, moving slowly.
I hope I don't get logged out, 1 sec. RuneScape's more important, but...
I thought it was in Duff. Are you supposed to street in Duff? Let's do street.
I think this was a particularly bad day, where it's just like rainy. So mist. Look how heavy those bags. Look, these bags would weigh a fucking ton. Like that's like 30 pounds. And like I don't know how I'm a scrawny fucking, I don't know how I did it. This was a terrible day. Oops. That was a good day. I learned I could hotspot RuneScape, so the tire was flat and I played RuneScape all day. I was gonna show this picture of me playing RuneScape in well, I can't really show it, it's on my Instagram. But I learned I could hotspot my laptop with my phone and play RuneScape like hundreds of kilometers from Toronto, you know, north of Toronto.
I'm sorry.
But there's just like barely cell service. It was wild. Just like, I think it was thunderstorming. I even tweeted Mod Ash. I was like, thank you for like it being able to do this. At the first camp, we're like super far out, so we don't. But at the second camp, there's next to the camp that we stay at, like we set up all our tents there. We set up a cook shack and then like a big mess tent that we all eat our food in. Yeah, like it's pretty crazy. There was like, sometimes you'll like find like a random tent that's like in your land and you're just like, what the fuck? And it's like that, I've heard that. And then one time we had like, someone had made like a small crucifix and tied it up, and it must have been years ago. It was just creepy to see in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'll show you how far north it is. And there's just like, there's not really much around, so you're just like, what the fuck? And like when we're working, oh, that's where I live. Wait, what? It didn't even, nice. That actually didn't give away my city. Cool. Yeah, so this is where we camp at the second. Like, this is the closest city to the second camp, and our camp would have been somewhere like, hell yeah, would have been somewhere, I can't actually tell you. Would have been somewhere 30 minutes away from here, our second camp with with service, and so I could play RuneScape there. And it was weeks before the beta release on Android, and so I was just on my laptop, and I tweeted Mod Ash, and I was like, it's running perfectly and I'm using like no data, like how is this possible? And he was like, it was made to run on dial-up internet. And okay, I didn't even show you where we were actually yeah, so he said it was made to run up, not that far, that's like literally space, made to run up on dial-up, and that's why it uses so little data. So there's Timmins. We would have been like anywhere around this region here, because you go, like, you plan out and you kind of move camps throughout the season. You move camps 4 or 5 times within a few weeks all over here. And then last summer I stayed here. It was like a helicopter camp. It would have just been like called like Hanging Boulder Forest or something, which was cool. But RuneScape is cooler. Neck is alright. I was like rubbing it or something, kind of tripping me out. But yeah, it's just, that's why it's interesting to like get away from literally internet culture. That's like something we joke about. It's like, what's the meme that's going around today? Like, what's the new meme this week? Like, what's going on? And like, you just come back, and like Harambe died when I was planting, and I came back, and like, I don't think I heard about Harambe until a few days into May. And still, I just didn't get it. Like, we just didn't have like the connection to it, I guess. It's weird. I get, like, it is, but at the same time, I love the internet, and I think it's a really cool thing. You know how to use it as like a utility, which is trying to learn. But yeah, I go from like just being super interactive like with people to like just, all right, I'm not gonna leave my room for 4 weeks because I can do that. Which is why I'm trying to like start streaming. And like I find Shrill, like there's just something about him. Like when I saw him, we were talking about this earlier, like the car stream, I was like, this guy is a genuinely good person that I relate to. And it's just like it's honestly bizarre. um yeah, it wasn't a funny meme. That was kind of like, it was refreshing not to be like drowned by it, or like just have it in your face, like because it gets old. Like it I just, memes get old, and it's, but yeah, I just, something super relatable about and as I was saying, it's just weird, like, oh, you guys can come in Discord, and it was like, I saw you on Ice's stream a while ago, and I didn't realize it was you um when I joined the Discord. I was like, oh, it must just be some other person. And then after, I was like, oh, what the fuck? That was that person. It's pretty interesting, and it's really cool networking from like, you know, I was gonna tell this story earlier, but girls in person. Yeah, he gives off those vibes across the internet. That's how powerful he is. Yeah, I just totally felt on his wavelength, and like when there's stuff going on, even if Ice is streaming, like I'll watch Shrill Otters over anyone else's. One, because the chat's just not like crazy. It's actually just like watching him play RuneScape. It was a privilege to teach him RuneScape with you. That was a lot of fun. That really like motivated me to play RuneScape even more. I was just like, oh, so wholesome. Tea, it is perfect. But yeah, I found out all that crazy stuff about my family, like that stained glass thing. But we only found that out because my dad did like that ancestry, like genealogy test, and it turned out that my nana's dad had a son that no one knew about, that he didn't even knew about. So it was like, oh man, you have like, my nana realized she's not the oldest child, she's like the middle child. Um, um, yeah, he seems like he's getting it. But yeah, so there's like, imagine just like, oh yeah, you have a brother, you know? It's crazy. And then thinking about it, this guy's like 90 years old, right? So there's like a whole family that we just didn't know about. Um and so it's just like that kind of, I think I was trying to relate this to like the connection like just the way the internet can bring people together. Like that's, you know, that's blood that we just never would have known about. Or, and like it turned out they live pretty close to each other in England. She lives in Bridlington, where he lives. It's kind of rambling, but it's okay. Rambling's fun. Pleasantly surprised that I'm pretty. Small world made even smaller. Crazy. It's just cool, like, um, Twitch is putting money in the hands of people who, like, you know, they're like people who stream games. Like they're almost doing a service to people. Like, you know, you can really connect with someone over a game, and it's almost like, you know, like artists, you know, they struggle to make money. Like that's like the kind of stereotype. Like live streaming in this modern age can like help people who wouldn't necessarily fit like the norm of like, you know, like just like people who aren't like bloodthirsty to like make money or something, and they just want to like be creative and like show off like their talents. Like it's interesting. It's like the oh, I realized I was not listening to any. But that sucks because RuneScape sounds were going. So RuneScape obviously doesn't deserve headphones, I guess. I saw you in Grim's chat. I fucking love Grim. There's just something about her that is so goddamn entertaining. And she streams like a fucking lot. Saw one of her titles was like short stream and it was like 3 hours long. I was like, that's more than like my average stream. Gotta kick it up. Oh man. I was diagnosed with Asperger's as a kid. And it was something that like, I remember when my mom told me and she's like, I hate that name. And she almost like, it almost seemed like she wanted to like refute it, you know? And so it was just something that like I knew in the back of my mind, but it was like, you know, it was just little things like I won't like I don't look people in the eye that often, but like that's something that I notice, and it's like I'll like try, it's just like I'll get weirded out, you know? Like that's one of my big things, like looking people in the eyes. It's like trying to, but I feel like I'm making it weird. But like that's what I can relate to, like that anxiety of just like, even though it's just like it feels like you're just overthinking it, you know? Like that's how I feel anyway. It's just go, if I could just turn off my brain and it like, you know, just like auto went to the destinations my body had to be at, like okay, but it's just in school would like the teacher be talking and then you would be trying to listen, and like you doing that would be like giving too much feedback and you actually wouldn't be listening although you were trying to listen. That's what I got. Too much awareness. I feel that. I totally feel that. See, this is the, although I'm just talking to myself right now, I feel quite assured in my own, because there's other, you know, there's other people out there. Like it's just hard to meet people like that when you're like this. God damn it. It's exactly what it was like. That's seriously like the reason I didn't do well in school. Like I did well in some things. I can English, I could do like a freaking crazy ninja master. I was very good at English. Music. But math is I read it. Right. What about if it's like shown to you like visually? I like, because I feel like I'm more of a visual learner. Which, how was your school for that? Because my school tried. They like gave me a laptop, and I never used it because I was like ashamed of having it because no one else had one. There was like one kid had like a big desktop computer, and like everyone like kind of harped on him for it, and which was like totally mean. That kid. Bullying is bad. I think it's better these days, but maybe it's worse with the internet. It's probably way worse with the internet. But like at the same time, it's like that kind of shouldn't happen. No, it just shouldn't happen. I don't think it makes you better if people pick on you. Like it's good to like know yourself, so like others can't really like others' words can't really fuck with you. But at the same time, it's like you shouldn't be doing that. That's what I need to get into. Something that's really cool. Are you the type of person just to like, you know, if you're just like chilling, like you'll playing a game or something, like watching something and like the radio's on in the background? Like I can listen to like a lot. I can take a lot of information at one time. I'll watch like 2 or 3 streams sometimes. Like there's stuff like this going on, or like the RV streams. I saw the first RV stream, but I went planting during the other one. But I would like have like the RV stream on and like anyone else who was streaming. Like I just love that. I love the different vantage points, and just don't get like sensory overload from just like a lot of like I'll be listening to like a music video or music, and then watching like a stream on in the background. Well, that's awesome. Like it's good that they can like recognize that and just be like, okay, you're obviously way more comfortable at home. Which is how I feel. If I could like never leave my house, I totally would. That sucks. I just had to. One sec. I have to cough again. I want to cough into the mic. I feel that. Like, I bet you're. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably have moments where you're like fully charged and like you could take on the world, and then it's like times where you're just like, fuck, I want to sleep forever. That's me. But like, but that kind of situation where you're you know, where you would be forced to think about, not even think, just like have so much feedback coming at you, like that would be draining. That would be nothing I've ever experienced. Literally drained. That's a very good describing word. I haven't really just one sec. I need to like some subtle background music. That's good. It's good that you're just able to like pursue that and still. It's just something I should look into. How did it even happen? I think I honestly don't remember bits and pieces of the stream, but it was just like vague. ice being rambunctious. I don't know. How did you even like? Did you just run into him or? Uh, which yeah, that's honestly I started this stream just being like I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna express Jesus. Um, I'm just gonna do like what I would. I'm just gonna play RuneScape like I would if it was any other night, and I think that's what I want to aim for. I don't want to even think too much about it. I just want to like do streaming for fun. Oh, RuneFest. Okay, okay. This is setting up more of a timeline for me. Okay. Which fuck, you were probably like just thinking, oh, RuneFest is gonna be such a good time. Like just let loose. That would be really fun. I would love to go to RuneFest. It's just like it wouldn't be. It's not big enough for like a North American RuneFest yet. I don't think. North America's too big. Like it's nice and wholesome in the UK. I only went to the UK. I've only been there once. That was in like 2012, and it was really nice. I got to see a bunch of my family. I think it's funny, like Cambridge, Lumbridge. It's just cool. Like my mom's, she was born in the States, but like her grandparents, like they came from Scotland, and so my dad, he was born in the UK, and our family was like super Irish. Our last name was like O'Fallon. It was spelled like O apostrophe C A U G, something like crazy Gaelic like that. But we were like, my family was like rebels. Yeah, like MMORPG. Like he's one of my favorite. I don't know how that guy streams so goddamn much. Every time I go on Twitch, he's online, and it's truly impressive. Um, I love it. Yeah, this honestly, this me streaming on YouTube has only been like probably like a week thing that I've been testing out. It would just be so dumb. Like I felt like I was getting like 4 or 5 viewers like consistently through my Twitch streams, and I was like, all right, like I'm gonna get affiliate for sure. And I was like so like worried about getting affiliate that I was like ruining my stream. Like I felt like it was like impacting my ability just to like be myself and make content. And so I just did this in the hopes to like, oh fuck, like I'm just gonna stream on YouTube because no one will ever see it, but if they do, they'll see someone playing RuneScape for like 8 hours or 10 hours and be like, oh, that's cool. Um, yeah, like I would stream like 100 hours within like the 28 days usually, or however the 30-day period. Like it would usually always be at 100 hours. Doing quite a bit. It's like I don't even want to think about that. That's like I'm just like a on Twitch. I'm just like a guy walking around in bronze armor. That's all I am right now. You've done Dragon Slayer or something at least. Got a rune plate body. People watch rune plate bodies. I don't know. You should. I'll have to. It's funny. It's funny that you asked if I was. You're like, oh, I think I recognized you from my stream, and it's like, I don't think so, because I'm not sure. Like, there might have been a time that I said, I don't know. I don't think I've ever, because I would always go on like the RuneScape directory and just like pop into streams and say like chat. But usually only like people with like, you know, like 2 or 1 viewers, like people on my level to kind of like network with. Which I thought that was like a big part of Twitch. Since March though, like that's pretty cool that you're almost 4K. Like that is solid. That's a very realistic. That's more than realistic. That's like lucky. Yeah, I don't think so. And that was something I felt like I needed to improve on my Twitch game. I keep on touching my neck and it's making it worse. But, was like just talking to other Twitch streamers. Like I didn't do that a lot at all. I think people just like RuneScape content, and if you can just do anything on RuneScape, it's just like people like talking about it. It's enjoyable. Like there's so many people who just, when I was streaming on Twitch, you'd be like, oh, I'm almost done my shift, like I can't wait to play RuneScape, and I love that. Like that's good. That's that's like having plans is fundamental to like just doing anything, which is something I'm terrible at. I just kind of throw myself into the wind. Music bag. I've been trying to put on music for, you know, 30 minutes, but okay, listen to this. This is a couple songs slowed down, 16 speed, and I've been listening to it on repeat, and I think it's the greatest thing. Okay, I think you've convinced me that I need to stream on Twitch. I think I'll do, because I've always just like, when YouTube came out, it's probably like 10 or something, 1995. I think we're the same age. Yeah, the emotes are much better, but I do have shrill emotes the Discord. My god, how did I forget what I was just talking about? God damn it. What was I just talking about? Help me. It's on the tip of my mind, and it's like actually gonna kill me if I can't remember it. I can just go back, but god damn it. Okay. I'm gonna summon it from the netherness of my mind. This is bad. What was I talking about? We were talking about plans, and then we were talking about... Okay, yes, you got it. YouTube. All you had to say was YouTube. I've been watching YouTube videos since they came out, so I felt like more at home on YouTube this last week. And like when I would do a stream, I was like, okay, that's like that's a video on YouTube now. I just felt like more people would click on the VOD and I'd get more views like that, which I have been like getting pretty decent views. Just I think the best balance of it would be streaming at least RuneScape on Twitch or other games, and then just doing like highlight videos, because I love like editing videos. I think there's ridiculous videos of me skateboarding as like a young kid on YouTube. Like bad videos, so I probably need to get those off before people see those. But they're that was what I would do as a kid with my cousin. We would like go and film, like, even if it was like terrible skateboard videos, it was like we were still having so much fun editing different clips together and like getting different angles, and like, and then once like gaming kind of took over my life, I always thought things were like super like cinematic in games, and I like to like make games look more cinematic than they are. Like if I was playing a game with my buddy at his house, he'd get mad. He's like, Brian, you're playing the game like too cinematic. And I'd just like walk slow or something. And that's like, I do some, I'll throw this up. Just listen to this song. What's it? What was that? Oh, now following on Twitch. Nice. I need to sit up. I'm sitting in the most ridiculous. I was like totally leaned back in the chair.
Waitresses take their trays, they spin around and they cross the floor. They got the moves, oh well. You drop your drink, then they bring you more. All the school kids so sick of books, they like the punk and the metal band. When the buzzer
I was gonna look up something. Oh yeah. Wait, this is a really good part. Alright. No. I told you I actually sent YouTube feedback. I was like, I Google Orion TV and nothing comes up but freaking television stuff. Like actual television repair. Crazy. I know. I should change my Twitch name to something Orion related, and it will all be consistent. So this is, I've totally updated my freaking game capture since this video, but this is like me, this is a Minecraft video, but I just tried to make it like, I just had fun editing it, you know? This is the kind of like YouTube content I would do. What is going on? Oh, this just... Let's just wait for it. And this is, okay, so a backstory. I don't know if you like Minecraft. You might find this incredibly boring. But this is like a private survival server that I was living in this other town in Ontario, and me and a bunch of my friends who played like D&D together, we built this private server, and we're all like big Lord of the Rings fans, and like just we tried to make like Game of Thrones, and we tried to like remake a bunch of like inspired stuff from that. You're on TV. You're on TV. That's pretty good. That's like RuneScape, but nothing to connect with Orion though, which it's okay. I think just having it like displayed somewhere is good. Maybe, but maybe I don't know. I'm not too keen on the name Earth Dweller. It's kind of, I could shed it. This is okay. My buddy made Winterfell. Ooh. Okay, this shouldn't be in the video, but I fucked up. I like that. I like that a lot. I might try that. Yeah, it wasn't a completed Winterfell. I didn't promise that. It was a pretty good Winterfell. Oh, Tower of Joy, that was one of my own personal works. And Summerhall, the ancestral seed of Targaryens. This is very crazy stuff. This is stuff you don't see in the books or the show. I planted every tree? Okay, hold on. Right after I got finished tree planting, like, it was this year. I planted like so many trees on Minecraft. It was crazy. It was crazy. All these trees here. And people, I was streaming Minecraft on Twitch, and I would have consistent people coming in and talking, which was very nice. Look at all those glorious trees. Perfectly spaced. But yeah, I think we're getting to the juicy parts now. I don't know, there's just something fun about editing gameplay like this. I don't know if you like that. You're into film, so. That'd be cool. I think for now I just need to like do what I'm doing on YouTube, just like kind of being carefree and just like, you know, just not thinking about it, which honestly with like your help and just networking in general more, I think it would be a lot like a more of a wholesome experience, like finding people that are on, as we were saying, like shrill on our wavelength, like, and it's just such a nice thing to be able to find people like that in this day and age when, you know, 20 years ago it would have been a lot harder to find someone who really relates to you. Oh, this is, look at this scene though. Mamma mia. Okay, no. I got really lazy. I wanted to like upload this video in one night, and so I edited this till like 6 or something in the morning, but I just like totally fucked up the sound portion at this part, and I didn't realize it was 9 minutes and 48 seconds long, and so I just like put a flute song on that I thought was very serene and would put people at ease, but it's like actually gets so overwhelming because it's like the same melody just over and over again. I won't be worrying about it anymore, I promise. And that was like honestly something I was like, as I was thinking about it too much. I was like, okay, if I get affiliate, like, then I won't care, like I'll just do whatever, but for now, like, I just really need to get it, but it's dumb. Okay, this music, man, I cannot do this music. Gotta get back to agility. Should I? Should I switch to Twitch right now? I could do it within a blink of an eye. It'd be here. I could look. This is my home. Boom. Andrew Milanakis? How could you say no to this guy? How could you say no to Andrew Milanakis? Oh, this looks cool. I haven't actually seen any Super Smash Bros. Gameplay. There's a lot of people on that. A lot of characters. Okay. I think I might do it. I'll ride this last level out on YouTube. I might just like keep this stream. I don't know. There's no point switching now, I guess. I'll make a grand unveiling. Okay, how do I change name? Also, I need to change this. Look at this piece of shit. I paid like $2, or no, I think this was a free generated one, but they've like totally scammed me on my directions. This is not Earth directions. This is wrong. East is not west. Okay, username. God damn it. It's so bright. Hold on. Your Ion? That's right. Right. I don't remember passwords well. Oh, I did it. Okay. Also this. I need to change that real quick. I think I deleted that. That's fine for now. I'll just have to change that tomorrow or something. Oh. Hey! That almost works a bit. That almost works a bit. Yeah, that works. It cuts the TV out perfectly. Twitch is doing all the work for me. Cool. Alright. I'll see you on Twitch in 2 seconds.